to this video. I am working on healing my painful periods and I want to help you guys out, so I'm gonna kind of be sharing what I eat in order to work on having pain-free periods. The main thing that I'm focusing on is potassium, because I did get blood work done and I found I have low potassium, and potassium is actually really important when it comes to like muscle contraction stuff. If you have low potassium, it can contribute to more cramping and more pain with your periods. A big component of everything that I'm eating is like making sure I'm eating stuff that's high in potassium, like sweet potatoes and potatoes in general. But yeah, I'm going to just be bringing you along with me, and we're starting out by preparing a little drinky drink that helps to hydrate and also getting that potassium in. So let's make a little drink. I got the wrong stuff. Usually the kind I get has more like 400 milligrams of potassium. This has 180. And I'm also out of aloe juice. Aloe juice is a very good source of potassium. So I might go run to the store like right now. We'll see. Trying to convince myself that I like sweet potato. I doctored it up. It's got cinnamon, maple syrup, some sugar, some brown sugar. It's definitely a dessert. It's not like a uber healthy, but sweet potato, very good source of potassium. There's a lot of vitamin A in one sweet potato, so there's a lot of reasons to eat it. I'm trying to convince myself. I'm trying to doctor things up. I try not to push too hard. Like, if I can't find a way to eat something, like there's something else I can eat instead, so always keep that in mind. But yeah, that's the goal. I'm starting to like it, so I'm hoping that I'll just force myself to until I actually like it. So it is breakfast. I have prepared a fun little breakfast. I'm not super hungry and we're running out of eggs, so I only used one egg. But then I have spinach and potatoes. Oh, and cheese. Potatoes, I have found, are a very good source of potassium. About one potato is like 600 milligrams of potassium, which is really good. So I'm trying to incorporate a lot of potato, sweet potato, and just, you know, regular your yellow and red potatoes. Trying to incorporate those with like all of my meals. I'll have some fruit too, have some pineapple, but you know, this is breakfast.
Your hair looks longer than last June. There's so much I've been dying to know about you, but we've been destined to too soon to call.
Alright, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about something. So when it comes to healing our cycles, we think about, okay, like what can I eat in a day? There's so many little boxes to check off when it comes to wellness stuff. It can get really exhausting, honestly, and if you follow a lot of wellness girlies on Instagram and stuff, there's just so much that's being pushed at you that it's like you're never doing enough. So I just want to take this few minutes to just like encourage you. First of all, remember you have a cycle, and so there's going to be times that we feel more productive, more energetic, we get more stuff done. We just do. And then there's gonna be times that we need to take things slower, we need a little bit more sleep. Luteal phase and your period might be times that you're a little slower, not feeling super motivated. It's okay. You are not lazy, you are doing enough. You don't have to add to your plate until you just can't take it anymore. It's okay if you watch this video and see all the things I'm eating and doing and think, I'm not gonna do any of that. That's absolutely fine. I try to make these super realistic because I think there's more than enough out there that's just like people eating perfectly. Not me. That's just not realistic. So I really just want to encourage you to give yourself grace. You are a human and you have a cycle, and you know what, even if there was no other excuse but that, like, you're human. What we see on social media, we're always told this, but what we see is not real life, and sometimes we just need a break from that because it doesn't matter how much we know that it's not real life. It's just exhausting, especially the wellness space. It's just, people are doing too much, and it's like you've got to cut out every toxic product, which is everything. There's certain fruits that you shouldn't eat, like everything has to be organic. There are so many things that we could do, and it's just important to, like, let's just focus on the basics. Moving your body in fun ways, like not, oh, you've got to work out this, like, do this intense thing 7 days a week. No. Find what is fun, which in this video I'm exploring that. It's summer now, so we can do fun outdoor activities, like roller skating is my current obsession. But yeah, like, you don't have to do a certain thing. Just find a type of movement that you enjoy. Maybe dancing, maybe roller skating, ice skating, running, playing soccer, playing pickleball. I don't know. These are random examples. Volleyball, just going on walks. Like, literally, it does not matter. Just figure out what works for you. Become more aware of your cycle and your body. And especially just the fact that it is a cycle. And so over the course of about a month, we will go from like lower energy, just really not feeling productive. And instead of getting upset with ourselves that we're not feeling very motivated, really tune into the things that you are like wanting to do. This typically is a time, like on your period or maybe leading up to your period, that's a time where you're more reflective. So if there are tasks that involve like really thinking things through, planning things out, maybe you plan out your schedule for the month during that time. Obviously there are things that just have to be done. You just have to wash the dishes. You just have to cook meals. Do what you can to, like, maybe you'll pick meals that are easier and quicker when you're on your period. Maybe you will really prioritize getting to sleep earlier when you're on your period, because I know I find that I need more sleep during that time. But yeah, just wanted to encourage you. We will jump into the next part of the video now. I hope you feel encouragement. Today I have like 10 minutes until my best friend picks me up and we're going to babysit. So breakfast this morning looks very delicious but very quick. It's just yogurt, Greek yogurt, strawberries, and granola. So decent amount of protein, not quite as much as I'd like, but we got strawberries for potassium. We've got some potassium in the yogurt and the granola as well, but just something at least that's quick. It's got your fruit, it's got your protein, it's gonna keep you full. That's always a nice quick thing. Yogurt, granola, oatmeal, nice quick meals, because that's real life. That's real life. So it may seem like it has nothing to do with your cycle and healing your periods, but something I've been doing lately, especially now that it's summer, really trying to get outside more and finding fun things to do in nature or outside, that has been roller skating for me. So I'm about to go roller skate for a bit in the church parking lot, and I am going by myself for the first time, which is scary because it's like anybody could just walk up and you're vulnerable, because I'm just learning to skate. I'm not good. I haven't fallen yet. That's also just because I'm like very timid, so I'm not trying things that would probably end with me falling. So I'm just trying to like get comfortable. It's just really hard to try new things and be bad at it at first, but I really enjoy it. It's really fun, and it's something that's really helping me. We need to focus on whole body healing, and part of that is like really just prioritizing time to actually have fun, and I don't know, being outside is just so healing. So we're gonna go do that now. So I am in a church parking lot, our church parking lot right now, and I am trying to practice my roller skating. It's been a few days. This is my third time roller skating, so I'm not very good. I'm unsteady on my feet, and I'm by myself, so I'm like scared. But this is so fun. So watch me make a fool out of myself. It's a beautiful evening. I try to get like sort of warmed up first and just like shifting my weight, kind of getting used to having like wheels on my feet because it's an adjustment. I would be absolutely crazy if I didn't at least quickly go over what I do with keeping track with charting my cycle, because I mean, I'm talking about what I do for a pain-free period, and this is definitely a huge part of it. So even though I'm trying to make the main theme of this video be more about like what I eat, I did want to just quickly go over my entire binder of stuff that I track. I am extra, you don't have to do this. I also don't even fully do this. I am about a month and a half behind. This is a little glimpse into what I chart, what my charts look like. There's a lot going on, right? We've got this graph, we've got colors, information all over the place. So I do this for every cycle. And I also have a page, as you can see there, that's kind of a cycle recap, and I'm basically taking all that information and kind of condensing the biggest pieces that I'm getting from that. I'm kind of keeping track of the patterns in all of this. So things like cycle length, or things like how long my period was, how heavy my period was, how much blood I lost during my period, how many days of estrogenic cervical fluid I had, because that can really indicate what's going on, as well as luteal phase length, which is really, really important, especially for women who want to have a baby in the future or soon. And even if not, that is kind of an indicator of progesterone levels, and if you have low progesterone, that's going to cause issues, whether you want to have a baby or not. There's a lot of information that you get from tracking your cycle. And of course, as this video is more about like pain-free periods, I have a little other section here. So during my period, as you can kind of see, I will keep track of cramps in that row, and I'll do like a 1 to 10 pain scale. You can see this one, I had a 3 out of 10, a 4 out of 10. So that was a pretty good cycle, not too much cramping. That's what we're going for. Yeah, that's a really good tool, and especially for when you are seeing changes, even if it's happening kind of slowly, having that history to look back on and seeing, oh yeah, things actually are getting better, or oh no, things are getting worse. I will have linked in my description, because I actually make these charts and the recap charts. I don't think I have the little cycle recap on my website, but the chart is on my website and it's free, so if you want to print that off. But charting on paper, it takes some time and it's not for everyone. So what I do otherwise is I just use an app, and the one that I use is FEMM, F-E-M-M. And this kind of organization or whatever is actually where I'm going through to get my certification, which I am almost done with. So FEMM stands for Fertility Education and Medical Management, and I love the medical management piece of what they do. So a part of kind of the app is that underlying tone of like tracking for cycle health, because a lot of apps, they don't have that option. It's just like, do you want to avoid pregnancy or do you want to achieve pregnancy? But if you're wanting more like insight on your cycle health, and like if that's why you're tracking, or that's one of the main reasons you're tracking, it's just helpful. The tips and information it gives really reflects that goal of FEMM. You can kind of see what it looks like. So you've got options for bleeding and tracking cervical fluid, And it has the little I button, which is really hard to press when I'm looking at it in a tiny little screen. But you can get more information on, okay, I don't know which cervical fluid it is out of all of these options. It will kind of help you out there. Or if you work with me, I can teach you. Shameless plug, $35 per session, which I think is reasonable. Yeah, you can track all kinds of things, but the main things that I recommend you track would be cervical fluid, bleeding, and of course, your pain. Any pain, but especially with cramps and whatnot. Yeah, all of that to say, there are definitely times that I'm pretty much just using my app, and I don't like transfer the information right away. I don't do that every single day. There's times that I've tried to, but it just doesn't work for me. Usually it's a once a week thing that I transfer the information from the past week, but not always. So I'm a month and a half behind, but it's fine because I have it on my app to look back on. It's the same information. But then I do use the Daisy thermometer for my temperature. That's what is on this graph. But yeah, I won't really go into that in this video, but I just wanted to, like, I couldn't just not talk about this because it is a really, really big piece into healing my painful periods. Because without going through this FEM program, I don't think that I would have really worked on getting pain-free periods because I didn't think it was an option. So I hope that encourages you. And I think this will be my last clip for this video. So if you have watched all the way to this point, thank you so much. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Please comment. It will help me out greatly. And I'd love to know, like, if there's anything specific that you want to hear about or anything of that sort. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.